My name is Kristen Lee, and I am currently dating Ryan Dansby. He is a senior here at Park Hill South. We've been dating for just a couple days over a year, and in July, early August, he moves to Springfield to go to Missouri State University. And as of right now, we're going to try the long distance relationship. It'll be interesting. Seeing him every day. We hang out every day after school, and we both work a lot, so we don't spend a lot of time together, but we have like that everyday hour and a half before we both have to work. I think the most will just not being 100% a part of each other's lives. It'll just be a lot of distance. We made plans for Skype dates almost every night, before he goes to bed, because we'll be in the same time zone. He's just going 4 hours away, so it's not going to be too difficult. I mean, we both have cell phones, and he'll be in college, but he's not the person to overpack his schedule, so it's not like he'll be busy all the time. Trust is probably the biggest part. Without it, he could be doing whatever he wanted to, but he trusts me to not do anything. I trust him to not do anything, so I guess that's all we have to go off of. We're going to try and see each other at least once a month. Since, again, it's only 4 hours away, he can drive home for the weekends, or if we have long weekends and breaks. And my mom's already agreed to let me go down and stay with him sometimes, but as often as our schedules match up. It's not ideal, but it's worth it, I think, because if we can make it through these next couple years, then anything else is really possible. Not living in the same 20 minutes apart, it's going to be hard, but if you're not going to try, then what's the point? I don't expect it to grow as much as I expect it to stay the same, because again, we're not seeing each other as often, but I think the time apart will just make the time together a lot better, so I think we'll be more appreciative of each other, because right now we take turns paying for things, and we take turns planning things, and it's just kind of whatever, and sometimes we get ungrateful, and sometimes we don't realize what the other person does for each other. But I think when we're not together all the time, it'll be more grateful for everything that we do for each other, because we do a lot for each other.
I'm Meredith Masters. I'm a junior. I was in a long-distance relationship for about 4 months in the beginning of last year, and it didn't work out. We broke up, and because I moved away from him. So the hardest part was just those moments when you're by yourself, and you would be with them if you lived there, but you were just by yourself in the loneliness, the deep loneliness that I felt. He visited twice for spring break and a long weekend, and I visited there once because my dad lived there. We visited each other 2 or 3 times in the 4 months. Nothing that we did was wrong. It was just the situation was making it impossible for us to both be able to keep happy because of the separation. It was pretty much just the distance that tore us apart. A strong relationship, you have to have strong trust, will. You have to want it enough to keep it going. And he was the one who initiated the breakup, and I didn't even want to break up, but now I understand that if it affects your happiness, then you shouldn't do it. But we had a good relationship. It just, the distance made it not even worth it.
I'm Vanessa.
And I'm Isaiah.
I'm a sophomore.
And I'm a senior.
And we've been together for 10 months.
After high school, I plan on going into the military.
We plan to stay together.
I feel like the hardest part with both of us would be not being able to spend much time together. We're always together.
Honestly, to make this work, we're going to have to communicate and just trust each other and go about our lives. We feel like we can make this work.
How I feel about having a long-distance relationship. I'm not too excited about it. If I could avoid it, I would. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to be happy with the person you're gonna be happy with.
My tip is do what makes you happy. If you find yourself unhappy without them, that doesn't make you a bad person. That doesn't make, no one's doing anything wrong. It's just not meant to be.
Try not to get into a relationship at a late start.
try. I mean, the worst that can happen is you guys break up, and that's what you're going to do anyway if you didn't try. I mean, it's worth a shot. If you really care about the person, you might as well. Make sure there's trust before he or she leaves, because, I mean, if not, then if you don't trust them, then you just know that they're going to do something that they're not supposed to.